This video is brought to you by my two books, Practical Music Theory for the Rock Guitarist and The Blues Guitar Bible. Want to learn about modes, harmony, scales, chord substitution and keys? Or maybe you're interested in supercharging your blues guitar rhythm and lead chops. Whatever you're interested in, I guarantee you will be hitting the fast lane to progress with either of these works. Both feature video demonstrations and tutorials, loads of tabs and jam tracks to play along with, and I promise you, everything is explained in crystal clear plain English. Check out the links in the description for more details. Hello chaps, welcome once again to John Robson Guitar Tuition. As always, I do hope you're well. Going back many years, I'm talking to the late 80s and early 90s, I used to play on, that's when I began playing, I should say, on the sort of northeast of England kind of working men's social club kind of circuit. The type of band that in other parts of the world might be called a functions band, you know, and we used to do that kind of stuff as well, you know, weddings, birthdays, retirement parties, that sort of thing. But our bread and butter was playing, or the bread and butter of this kind of band was playing in, you know, your typical working men's or social club in this part of the world. And if there's one song that just seemed to be, you know, de rigueur that you had to play, there was a few. There was like Simply the Best, Tina Turner. That you know, if you didn't play that song, people were asking, well, why didn't you play The Best by Tina Turner? Then for a while it was that Bryan Adams, Robin Hood sort of song. So I'm kind of giving you an idea of the time frame here when I was doing this. But one song that I think I played in more bands than any other was the one that had the solo that goes like this. Yes, of course, the first guitar solo from Rosanna by Toto, played by the absolutely phenomenal Steve Lukather. Maybe one day I'll eat an extra Weetabix on a morning and take a brave pill and have a go at the infamous fade out solo there. In one band we used to actually do the extended version of the song, but I just used to do my own kind of twiddly widdly little thing at the end there, just because it is more of a jammed solo. I was never quite brave enough to try and get under the skin of that famous second Steve Lukather solo. But there's a lot you can learn from that first solo there. So here's a little bit of a look under the covers to see what's going on in it.
Solo explanation.
Okay, starting off as always by taking a look at the chord sequence the solo is played over. We've got an F chord, an E flat chord, a D minor chord, and then we finish on a G minor. And it's all sort of put together with a very Bo Diddley style rhythm, to my ears at least anyway. This is sort of what we've got going on like this. And it's sort of got, I would say, an F major tonality. That's the chord where it wants to come back and settle, and all of the chords are from, I guess, F mixolydian, you could say. F mixolydian is just the key of B flat major, but focusing on the 5 chord of F. Easy way to tell what chords are in any given key. You just find there's your B flat chord there and do this. And there's your 3 major chords in the key of B flat, and you can see that this one is an F, and then if we take that key of B flat, including all the relative minor chords to those major chords, and shift the focus to that F chord, then you're in F mixolydian. Anyway, we start off the actual solo itself with just a little bit of F major pentatonic. Like that, just starting here at the 8th fret on the 5th string. Like that. So all of that is just coming from, you could see it's basically coming from this little D minor F major pentatonic kind of thing that we've got here. So then we have this little bendy kind of bit here. Now after this G to A bend at the 12th fret on the 3rd string, there's another note that comes in from outside the pentatonic, a B flat note. And you can get this in a number of ways. I choose to do it like this, by fretting it at the 11th fret on the 2nd string. And get that kind of thing. I think the way that the great man himself does it is he plays the bend and then he frets in front of the bend at the 13th fret on the 3rd string. I've also seen it played where that 13th fret note is tapped. Bit more gain, I think. Whichever way, you know, kind of floats your boat, basically. You're just playing the same notes. You know, as I say, where's my sound gone? There it is. That's how I choose to do it. Then we've got the sort of speedy kind of run, which is basically an F major pentatonic with a couple of extra notes added in. We're starting on one of those extra notes, the A flat, which is sort of like, if you were thinking of this as a D minor pentatonic, which is the relative minor of F major, then that A flat would be like your blue note, your flat 5th. But that's what we start on, and we go. There it is again there, so like that. So that's basically 11 and 12 on the 5th string, 10 and 12 on the 4th string, 10, 12 and 13 on the 3rd string, and then 10 and 13 hammer on pull off, or alternating between them, might be hammer on pull off. Like that. Then we bring the, that's on the 2nd string obviously, then we bring in the B flat note again. And go 11, 13 and 10 and 13 on the top E string. Like that. So all of that together goes like this. And then we go up to the 13th fret on the top E string and we give it this. Like that, and 13 and 15 on the top E string, the F and G notes, however you want to finger it, and then we get this bend here, and this is another one of those occasions where I think Mr. Lukather himself frets in front of the bend, so like that, but I just find that easier to grab with a tap like that. It's the same thing, whatever you're playing. So and there it is, beautifully effective solo, simple. It's got a little bit of flash in there in the shape of that sort of speedy little run there, and you know, that is you know, it's a fairly accessible little way of adding a little bit of speed. So that's a lick that once I originally got it down many years ago, that was when I was kind of transposing it to different keys and using it in many solos. Probably a little bit too much, to be honest, but I got away with it. Anyway, that's what's going on in the solo. Now you know what to do. Go away and have some fun with it. And as always, you'll find a full tab for the solo in both Guitar Pro and PDF formats, along with a clip of me playing it and a jam track to play along with yourself, and that explanation you've just seen there. All of that is up on my Patreon page. There's the address, link in the description. As I'm sure you know, $3 or £3 a month gets you access to all of these additional goodies that that go along with these YouTube videos. And of course, a massive, massive thank you to everyone who supports me in that or any of the other ways which are down in the description, including the higher tier Patreon membership, where you get a twice monthly hangout with me and the other Patreon tier 2 supporters on Zoom. That happens every other Tuesday. And there's also, I'm starting to put reaction videos up on there as well. So just that little bit more content, just as a way of saying thank you for the support. But that is very much the video for today, folks. Hope you've enjoyed what you've seen and found it entertaining and informative in some small way. And if that's the case, please hit the subscribe button and the notification bell if you haven't already done so. And why not drop me a like as well while you're at it? And don't forget the live stream, of course, every Friday, 5 PM UK time, where we drink beer. That's the main thing that goes on. We drink beer and talk about music and guitars and whatever else crops up, frankly. It's a great way to kick off the weekend, I think, and I would love to see you there if you can make it. But for now, I'll bid you all a good day and say thank you so much for watching. Thank you for your time. Look after yourselves, folks. Stay well, stay safe, and above all, stay sane. Bye for now.